Hello, good afternoon. Today is Glow Digestive Show. I have something spicy for you guys. Today we'll be talking on something wonderful, and that is why are most people still single and searching for the right one. We have a lot of young men out there. We have a lot of handsome men, capable men, beautiful ladies, hardworking ladies, intelligent ladies. But why is it that it's so difficult to mash these two persons together? There are some men who are like dying, fighting. Oh God, how can I'm really ready. I want to get married. And there are some women like this is the moment I want to get married, but they are not finding the right person. Why are we not finding the right person? The reason why some of us are still single is because we have some ideologies, we still have some beliefs in us that limit us from seeing the right person. And even when we even meet the right person, because of those archaic beliefs we have in us, it makes us miss this right person. Some of those beliefs is for young girls and boys. When growing up, we always believe like when you see the right person, there will be like butterflies all over your stomach. I want you to go home, ask your elder sister, ask your mom, ask your dad, when their marriages are succeeding, ask the people around you whom you enjoy their marriages, how many of them actually met their husband or actually met their wives and they felt butterflies all over their stomach. How many of them? So there are some ideologies in quotes that people out of childishness, I don't know how to put it, still believe that the right one, when they meet the right one, they have to feel that butterfly flying all over their stomach. Some say they have to feel ghost pimples all over their body. Those beliefs, all those things are beliefs. It can happen for A, it won't happen for you. And the butterflies in your stomach, please, it's not actually butterfly flying in your stomach. You could just feel a sweet sensation when you meet the right person. And feeling that sweet sensation is not just by just seeing that bam, and you just feel it. No, when that's what we call infatuation. Real love is like being with somebody because of their good character, because of the way they treat you. You get to fall in love with them. That is what I consider as true love. You don't just see somebody and you just love the person. That kind of love doesn't last for long. You have to be with somebody. At least, yes, they say the first appearance matters. That is true. The way he looks, the way she looks already attracts you. And now you people, that's why we encourage courtship. You get into courtship, and while you are in courtship, you are studying each other. You are studying each other and you are loving each other and you are falling in love with each other. Don't expect to find a perfect person in this race of love. If you're looking for that perfect wife that is tall, is beautiful, is God-fearing, can cook, can wash, is respectful, brother, you are going to wait for as long as, because you're never going to find her. And if you're looking for that man that is handsome, is short, is tall, is fair, is dark, is wealthy, is God-fearing, sister, you are never going to find him. And if those are your criteria, I can tell you that is childish. How can you say the criteria of the man you want to marry? Okay, for example, I want to get married to a very tall, dark, handsome, wealthy, in fact, man that when I just press my button like that, pam, he will give me money, he will just come back home, he will listen to me whatever I say. Those are the wrong characteristics you're aiming for. And that is why you see a girl will say, I've seen this man, I'm confused if I should get married to him. It is because you don't have the right objectives in life. Put the right objective. At least the man fears God. Once a man fears God, many other things will be put in place. I will always encourage anyone, if you want to get married to a man that at least acknowledge that there is a God. Because when a man does not acknowledge, first of all, that there is a God, that is already a big issue. There are many things that he's going to do. Yeah, there are many things he's going to do to you, to the family, and he is not going to regret it because he doesn't even know what he's doing is actually wrong. So marry a man that at least acknowledge that there is a God. Marry a man that respects you. Marry a man that respects his parents. In that way, he will respect your parents. Marry a man that has a vision. Just choose about 3 or 4 characteristics of what you want from a man, and the other things you can work on them. And one thing I want to make it clear on this video is that most of us go in while we are dating, we find the characteristics of cheating, of a drunkard, of a smoker, we find the characteristics of the things we don't like, and we are hoping and thinking that maybe after 1 year, 2 years in the marriage, when we must have known each other, he's actually going to change, she's going to change. Trust me, you can't change adults. You can only talk to them, and when they decide and feel like it is the right time for them to change, they will change. You can never change an adult. You can only talk to them. You cannot change an adult. So when you are with an adult, you see certain characteristics with them while you are still in courtship. If you cannot change his sister, brother, walk away. There is no crime walking away while you're still in courtship. It is worse than when you get married and he or she still continues in that same line. It will be worse, because divorce is not something that is easy to come by, and God doesn't encourage divorce. But it is better that you have a separation, you have a breakup while you are still in courtship with your fiancé, than to get into marriage and start talking about divorce. The reason why people are still single today, it is because they never think of the future. Why, as a single girl, you need to pray. You need to pray, you need to forecast. How do I want my home to look like? And you start working on it now that you are 20 years old. Don't wait when you are 30 years old before you start planning your marital life. I'm talking for those who are now 20, who are now 25, who are 21. You are still bright and honey. Use that time to mold yourself, to pray. I started praying for my husband. My mom taught me that you had to start praying for your husband at a very young age. I think I was 10 years old when she would gather us together and start praying. Whoever will get married to my daughter, to my son, has to be like this, has to be like this. And I saw it from her. When I also become matured, I think at the age of maybe 15 or 18, I started praying. And when I sit on my own, I will say, God, whoever is going to be my husband, whoever is going to be my husband will be like this, will be like this. I started creating my husband in the spiritual realm. Yes, my children in the spiritual realm. I started praying and I started foreseeing. And I started telling myself, if you, Claudette, you want to have a husband like this, then you have to live a life like this. You have to mold yourself to be like this. I started learning. I started looking at the couples that are looking so bright in and out of their marriage. And I started learning from them. How is this man's, how come this man he respects his wife so much? How come? I started learning what the wife actually does. I started learning what she actually does that brings her husband so close, so intimate to her. I learned from many couples. I learned from many marriages. The ones that are doing the things that took their husbands far away from them, I learned from them, and I started working on myself. I started working on myself, even without a boyfriend. Even without a husband, I started working on myself, on what I wanted my home, my marriage to look like, the way I wanted my children to be like. I started molding my auntie's children. I started molding my junior ones. Any child I come across, you see me discipline.
Disconnected.
I started learning And that is how I learned parenting even when I wasn't a mother. And when I became a mother, it was so easy for me. So the things you want to happen in your marital home, now that you are single, start declaring them. Start practicing it with your junior ones. Start practicing it with your brothers at home, with your sisters at home. The way you respect your elder brother, your elder sister, the way you respect your father, your mom, even your junior ones. That's how you're going to respect your husband. That's how you're going to respect your siblings. That's how you're going to respect even your own children. Because the children nowadays, if you don't respect them as parents, trust me, you're going to lose them to those that will respect them out there. Give your children maximum respect and they'll respect you back. So the reason why people are single today, it is because they are marrying to manage. They never you manage to marry. Yes. There are some people that are saying that let me just manage this man. And that is why you are still single. Because you are managing him, there will be no compatibility. There will be no connection. Because you are looking for the perfect one, that is why you are still single. Because you are managing his character, you are managing his attitude. You know, attitude has a lot to play in marriage. A man or a woman without a good attitude cannot sustain a good marriage. Work on your attitude, sister. Work on your character, brother. Because when your character is bad, you cannot bring out a good woman in your home. If you have a bad attitude, you cannot bring a good woman into your home or a good man into your home. So do the things that are right for you and your marriage will work. Hope Crow Digestive Show has said something and you've learned something. Stay blessed and remember that love finds love. If you have a pure heart, you will find a pure man. Learn to love and let go all those things that made your love to die in between you, to die within you, and give your heart another chance to love again. Stay blessed. I love you. Bye.